we got 24 kids from all different parts of BC or Vancouver, and we just got to sit down and you meet a lot of amazing people, and from that you learn more. I mean, I learned stuff from Lisa and Emily and everyone here, and I think that it's good that we can join in together. And this was the Olympics, so it's a big thing, and there are many things to do there, but for the year-round project, I think it's good because Vancouver is a city where something's always happening. I mean, you can walk down the street and you'll find a story. I just think blogging about something, I mean, if you keep a blogging, it just develops it more and more, because then you realize you've been able to spot things that you might not spot before.
I remember Chris saying, like, at one of our very first meetings, like, how, however much effort you put in, how is what you're gonna get out of it. And I think, like, I really learned from that, like, it's all up to you how much you want to learn. You have control of what you're gonna get out of it. So I think that was really good, and I've taken that as like a life lesson for me.
It's different from learning in the classroom. It's given us a really good opportunity because in the classroom you're taught these things, but you're never really given like a hands-on, like real life situation to actually like practice these things that you learn. So I think with this program, it's giving us like the opportunity and the like ability to write and use like the skills that we have gained through our school, like knowledge to like write really good pieces that everyone else can read on the internet or their blogs.
Well, in the classroom, there's a teacher that directs you and gives you a guideline as to what to do. But with this project, we had our own blogs, got to state our own opinions on how we saw things, so it was very different.
They're just things that you don't learn in the classroom. Like when you're in the classroom, you're sort of being told what to do and sort of like forced to learn. Whereas here, you're sort of like teaching yourself, and you're getting experiences that you can't get inside like a room. I don't know. It's just really
like you want to do what the teacher wants you to do, so you don't have like you want to get a good mark, so you're like, oh, what will the teacher like? But here you do what you want, and if it's good, you're the only one who gets the reward. But if it's bad, you have to suffer.
Yeah, with the marks thing, like if you guys were marking us on it, and then like at the beginning, I don't think our writing would improve as much because like at the beginning, if you gave us a good mark, then we wouldn't try as hard to be better.
It's giving you more, in my opinion, like more of a real life experience. Like we have like deadlines, meetings.
For me, I guess it's just knowing that, you're kind of doing the same thing as the professionals out there. Well, not really, but similar. And it's really helped my writing because, like, in my school, I'm in yearbook and I have to write write-ups and stuff, but before it would be really hard for me to think up of ideas after students, so I like just write up things in like 20 minutes. That's really helped me.
Well, I did a French interview, which was a first for me because I tried to improve my French skills so much as I could during the Olympics. But I mean, this lady, she was a volunteer. She came from France, so volunteered for the Olympics. And so I was asking her questions, and I think it's just the information they give you. You want to expand on what they're telling you, so you just you mold your questions around what they're telling you at that moment.
Throughout the process, we began to be able to see stories everywhere and think of interview questions right off the top of our head, and it all got so much easier.
And the blogging totally helped my writing, brought my English mark up. This was my midterm, so that was really awesome.
And like my writing's crazy, like it's changed so much, and it's amazing. And also my my public speaking skills too has I was never comfortable speaking in front of people before, and it's really helped me.
Well, I think it was like we all read each other's blog and we just see like, oh, there are different styles, and maybe I want to incorporate my style like that. I think it's tweaking other people's, like, oh, I like the way she wrote that too. Could I do that too? And I just think like the more and more you write, the better and better you get it.
I wasn't a very good writer before, and everyone else seemed like a really, really good writer, which people are. So I wanted to make my writing sound as good as everybody else's, so I worked harder at it.
It's partly because you want to get more hits on your blog. Because I was on Twitter during the Olympics, and this girl just tweeted me. She's like, "Oh, I read your blog, and your writing style is really good." And I was really encouraged by that.
And also, I noticed myself personally, I was reading a lot more of not only other people's blogs, but a lot more newspapers. I'd always grab a newspaper on the way to class in the morning.
I think for me, a huge part of what made the experience so amazing was the people I met. Whether it was meeting all of you guys or just the people that we met interviewing on the street or at the media center, I think that overall the experience gave me so much more confidence and ability to walk up to somebody I don't know with a smile and ask them questions or get to know them. And so I think that's been a huge that's something that I can take with me, you know, to university or for the rest of my life.
Presenting in front of cameras with the webcast and just making up questions right on the spot, it's really boosted my confidence level, and it's just helped me overall. Like, I hope to become a journalist.
Also for like the year-round thing, I think it'd be a good idea because if you have like a journalism group or something, a lot of kids are like interested in writing or like photography or reporting. And I think if they're trying to get into a program like that at university or later on, it looks like really good on a resume and stuff.
If it were to become something year-round though, that you really have to think about how much school you miss and try and cut down on that. Because for 1 month during a once-in-a-lifetime event in Vancouver, I think my teachers are understanding, but I think if it had dragged on much more, then would have been less so.
And you want to know about the Tai, which is this web magazine blog kind of thing. I was thinking that a lot of states don't know, what kind of connections with what is possible. But if, for example, you could get maybe even a smaller group of students, and you could say that every month you could write something and it would go up on the Tai, and you'd have deadlines, but you'd also have a much wider audience and like that. And I think even something like that, which might be very simple, is enough to motivate students to write interesting things about what they want to.
I really like learning about technology more and developing our writing skills by just writing all the time and about anything we see.
Because the way we present information now is so much different. Writing in typical essays and stuff, it's not like people don't post essays like they used to. It's on the blogs that's how everyone's presenting information. So it's important that you learn how to do that because that's the way the world's changing.